Hello, welcome to the Happy Hippie Intuitive. This is Nina and I'm here to do your weekly reading. It's going to be from the 12th to the 18th of December 2022. Before we get into the reading itself, I would like to remind you that these readings are general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. I put all the cards that I use below in the description box along with timestamps so you quick and easy can jump straight to your reading once you have made your pick. If you want to go deeper into the awakening process, find my other channel below. It's called Awakening with Nina, where we go in depth on your awakening journey. Let's get into the reading for this week. You have 3 decks to choose from. On number 1, you have a tarot deck that's called the Winter Waite Tarot. On number 2, as you can see, it's called the King's Journey Christmas Edition. On number 3, that deck is just called Christmas Tarot. So, sink into your intuition. Ask your angels and guides to guide you to either deck number 1, 2, or 3. Pause the video if you need more time, and I'll be back in a moment, and I'll start with number 1. Removing number 3 and number 2. Okay, number 1, if you pick the Winter Waite Tarot, then this is your reading. So I'm going to shuffle a little bit before we draw 6 cards, as we always do in the weekly. So you can see that I've changed up the table a little bit here. It's on another table today. I'm doing artwork on my other table, so it's full of watercolor paints and all that stuff. So I needed to do this on another table, so that's just the way it is today. So I hope that works for you as well. Let's see. Okay. Let us see what we get here for you, number 1, for this coming week. The Lovers. Okay. That's not bad. The Fool. And we also have the Knight of Swords. And then we have the Chariot. Beautiful. And the 3 of Wands. Wow. And the Queen of Swords. Underneath, we have the World. Okay. So all in all, very positive energies, I have to say, number 1. When the Lover's card comes together with the Chariot. Now, these both 2 cards, they can have different meanings, of course, because the Lover's card can be about a relationship, of course, but the Lover's card can also be about a choice. Now, the Chariot can also be the same. The Chariot is, of course, where we kind of have a momentum going forward, and it's kind of a victory card. But it is also a choice card because we have the 2 normally horses pulling the wagon. One is black, one is white normally, and they kind of go slightly in different directions if you look at the original Rider-Waite deck. So it is about also a choice. So there might be a choice that you are facing right now that's kind of major, because these 2 are major Arcana cards, both of them. So that might be for some of you. And I also see 2 more major Arcana cards here for this. So this might be something that's happening in your life that's kind of major. So, but for others of you, this can, of course, be about a relationship. Now, for some of you, I feel like they're trying to say that you can trust in this relationship, that your ships will be coming in with the 3 of Wands here. But the only thing I would say that might have somewhat of a negative tone, if you want to look at it that way, is the Knight of Swords. That can be somebody who comes in with a little bit of a drama. Okay, it can be someone who is kind of on the alert or guarding themselves a little bit. And the Queen of Swords is normally someone who has, you know, all her ducks in a row. She's very intelligent. She sees things clearly, but she can also be someone with a little bit of a sharp tongue. Okay, the swords are always kind of dual in that sense. So you also have the World card over here. Now the World card can be where you close off an old chapter and step into something new, but it can also be travel. It can be the world is your oyster. You know, it can mean many things. Comes together with the 6 of Cups underneath, and also the 6 of Wands underneath there. So 6 of Cups can be someone from the past coming back, or it can be childhood, it can be children, your children. And the 6 of Wands is about victory. So my overall energy feel for this week for you, number 1, is positive. The only thing I would say is stay away from gossip, stay away from people with sharp tongues, or mind your own tongue if you get into some sort of an argument or discussion about something. But I would say, all in all, that I feel like what they're trying to say is that things are going well here, okay? Things are moving forward. You need to trust, okay? There's a trust thing here. You might have a trust issue regarding a relationship as well, for all that I know. That your ego is coming forward all the time saying, oh, no, you cannot trust this person. You know, this person is doing this or that. But that's not the truth, really. So they're asking you to gain the perspective of the queen where she sees things clearly. Because your ships are coming in, and you have the chariot here as well, together with the world. And so for me, I feel like they're trying to say to you that things are going to work out fine. You can trust this. This is okay, okay? I'm going to pull a couple of cards from the Christmas Tarot. These are only major arcana. So I'm just going to see if they have some additional messages from here regarding this situation. Oh, wait, two that just popped on out here. The Lovers again. Wow. And that's partnership in this deck. And the Magician. Okay. So that tells me that you have all the tools in the toolbox, and you have maybe manifested this for yourself. You have gone the distance and you've done the work, if you will, to make this happen for you. And if you feel like it's still something that needs to be worked on, then they're saying that you have all the tools you need within you. Okay, you don't need to go anywhere else to find it. You have all the tools you need in you to make this happen. Okay, so I'm just going to put that all the way over here because we have some oracle cards as well. Now this is the, what is this one called? I'm sorry. I'll look that up for you here. It's this one, the Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracle. So it's so beautiful with that green. Green, gilded green here on the side here. So it's very Christmassy. Very Christmassy. Okay, so let us see what we get here, number one, for this coming week. Let us see. Father Christmas. How did I get here? Lost, perhaps? No worries at all. Gather yourself and clear the frost, for the good still lives in you, dear. So Father Christmas is, of course, the one that comes with gifts. He comes bearing gifts. And so I feel like this is a gift for you. Since it's so many major arcana cards, you know, originally here as well, I would say that this might have been divinely guided. This whatever relationship that's coming in or situation that's coming in here for you has been divinely guided, and it's trustworthy is what I feel. It's a gift kind of that's been given to you from your higher self, because your higher self is the magician here, right? That has manifested all of this for you. So. Wow, cardinal medicine. Thyself bleeds of sacredness and honor fit for the gods. You are worth all the seas and all the skies and all the desires you hold inside. So it's also worthiness, okay? That you are worthy of this, that you have deserved this. This is kind of I feel almost like a reward. The Chariot can also very much be a reward, and the same with the World card here. Underneath you have Forest. It is without question a place of mystery, whispers of power you've forgotten. Let thy strength crawl from beneath crawl from beneath the ground and remind you, dear child, you are magic. Yes. So I feel like this is kind of where they say that you have manifested this. You have worked hard on this. So you have managed to do this, okay? Now I'm just going to find one more deck. Just a second here. So I want to just pull some additional from this mini universal tarot here. Yeah, okay, what are you saying here? Okay, so yeah, there's something about worthiness that some of you, this is for some of you might have not been feeling, okay, so these just popped out. Some of you might not have been feeling worthy of love, worthy of being loved, worthy of receiving these gifts. Some of you might be a person who is very automatically giving to everybody else and not so good at receiving, actually. So that's something that just popped up. And you've got these two cards at the end here, the Five of Swords and the Nine of Cups. Five of Swords is where we have been in a dispute with somebody. But when it comes together with the Nine of Cups, I think it's regarding your own happiness, and it's regarding you standing up for yourself. You taking care of you is what I hear here as well. Very interesting. There is something about worthiness with you, number one. I have to say, it's like you don't want to take up space in the room, if you will. You don't want to be the one that receives, because you're just so used to giving, and so yeah, it's almost like you don't want to take up the space. I'm going to pull one more card for you here. Yeah, the Priestess here. So check in with your higher self here. There is some sort of message I feel like there is here for you, number one. There is, I see the Magician and the Priestess, so I know you have the connection. But there is some sort of reward that might come your way if you are willing to check in a little bit more as well. Yeah. And I feel like the big message here from Spirit is that you deserve this. You deserve this. It's because there has been something that was really rough for you here, and then you have decided that I need to focus on my own happiness, right? And you've done the inner work, you've connected with Spirit, and you've done all of that. So I feel like what they're trying to say is that you can rest assured that we've got you, and that you deserve this now. It's gonna come your way, and you can trust this. It's very much about trust for you, okay? So yeah, I just wanted to give you some extra because I felt that there was an extra message for you here. So I just wanted to pull some extra cards for you, number one. So in the end, I want to pull some crystals. Just a second, I just have to get my bowl. Because I have this beautiful new big Christmas, no, not Christmas, crystal bowl here with all these different crystals. I just want to pull some crystals blindly, and we will see what you get here as a additional and an ending of this reading today. Okay, so these are the crystals that came out. Okay, so two crystals are the orange carnelian here. So that for me is about your creativity, that there is something that is blossoming, something that is growing with you when it comes to creativity, or an invitation to use your creativity to gain momentum and to move forward. There might be something that you have been trying to do that has been, yeah, it's like, it's, as I said before, it's like you don't want to, it's like you're afraid to shine, you're afraid to take up space in the room. But what they're saying here is that you are so creative and you have all these ideas, and you deserve to be heard and to seen and to be loved, you know. It's like, step up, don't be afraid to shine here is what I feel. You also have a rose quartz, and that's of course very much about the heart space. And I do feel that you are all heart here, but you are all heart to everybody else instead of being all heart to yourself. So that's something that is in need. Now, this is kind of I believe it's a gray agate. And I feel very much grounding with this one. I feel like you're grounded. It's not that, but I feel like you are not you're grounded when it comes to your physical self, but you have not landed within you is what I feel. It's like there's some self-nourishment and looking within you that is needed, looking deep within you and giving that love deep within you. And that's the kind of grounding I'm feeling, because yeah, it's so much about you not giving to you, but giving too much out is what I feel here. And you are so deserving of this love and this relationship, if that's what's coming to you, or whatever this loving thing is, or this ship's coming in. what you have been wanting and what you have been, you know, manifesting for yourself. It's a gift coming your way, and you so deserve it. And I think that's the main message that Spirit has for you right now, number one. Okay. Well, that was it for this week, number one. I wish you a beautiful week. Until the next time I see you. Bye. Okay, number two. So if you picked the King's Journey Christmas Edition deck, then this is your reading. Let us shuffle a little bit, and then we will pull 6 cards as we always do in the weekly. As you can see, I have a little bit of a new a new setup here today. I had to do this reading on a different table because my original table is full of watercolor projects. So I couldn't really remove it. It's Christmas cards and gifts and stuff that I'm working on. So I had to use my other table today. So that's why it's looking a bit different. Okay, so let us shuffle a little bit more, and then we will pull your 6 cards, number 2. I hope you are enjoying this December month leading up to the holidays. Whether you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever it is that you celebrate. So it's a beautiful time of the year, that's for sure. And we have gotten a little bit of snow here in Norway. Yay! I love the snow. Okay, let's pull 6 cards for you, number 2. The Empress. The Knight of Coins. The World. The 2 of Coins. The 6 of Coins. The 10 of Coins. Wow, okay. Underneath, the Fool. Wow. A lot about trust today. There was also a lot about trust in the first reading, just to have that said. Okay, so let us look at this number 2. So all in all, my feeling is very positive, I have to say that. You have the Fool, which is about trust. You have the World, which is about the world is your oyster, kind of. But it can also be, you know, closing off something new, old, you know, moving into something new. You also have the Empress here, so that's kind of major Arcana cards, all 3 of those. Empress, of course, being about growth, birthing something new. So that's very positive cards. Now, you also have the 2 of Coins here. Now, the 2 of Coins is where we might have been weighing something back and forth, or it might have been something that was imbalanced, or something has been difficult to holding the balance, or give and receive, kind of. And that makes sense with the 6 of Coins next to it, because that is the give and receive card. So it might have been that you've been feeling that it was a lot on your plate lately, maybe balancing work and private life. Maybe you have children that have been sick to get, you know, at the same time you have to prepare for the holidays, and, you know, those kind of things where it's just getting too much and it's difficult to keep your balance, kind of thing. But what I feel it can also be about is your growth, okay, your growth process, because it is the Empress card here on top of it. And so it could be about your spiritual growth, your inner growth, your growing a new business, you growing a new project, you know, those kind of things. And it's kind of been a lot. And you have maybe have been feeling like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to balance this properly because it's just too much. And also when the Six of Coins pop up, it can be, of course, a gift coming from somebody that you didn't expect. Since it's coming together with the Knight of Swords, that might actually be it. But it can also just be significant for the giving and the taking is imbalanced right now. Maybe in a work situation, maybe in a relationship, you know, take it as it resonates. But when the Knight of Coins comes in, that is definitely an offer. The Knight is, though, the slowest moving Knight. So there might be an offer coming, but it might take longer than you want it to. So just to have that said as well. Now, in the end, you have the World card together with the Ten of Coins. And the Ten of Coins can be about inheritance. It can be about family, you know, legacy. It can be about building your own legacy. So when it comes together with the World, I feel like what they're trying to say here, if this is something you are trying to grow, if you're starting a new business or your project or your new relationship or something like that, I would say that this is going to go very well with these two cards over here. And also that with the Fool card where I feel like they're saying you can trust. Underneath you have the Five of Wands. So there might have been some dispute, or you might have been weighing something back and forth. Maybe your ego has been trying to say that, you know, I'm not so sure this is going to work. But what they're saying then is that you can trust this, okay? And that was very much also what happened in the first reading. So if you were considering either 1 or 2, you might benefit from watching number 1 too, just to have that said. But all in all, I get very positive feelings about this, okay? I'm also going to pull some Christmas Tarot, which are only major Arcana cards, just to see where you are at, you know, in the big scheme of things. Okay, let's see where you go here. The World card again. Wow. Okay. And the Hermit. Okay. So there might be something that you are in need of. Either you can rest now, you can kind of withdraw, the work has been done kind of, now you can just kind of see things grow as they are. So that might be why the Hermit comes. But there might also be some more information that you, if you connect with your spirit team, can gain from connecting. So there might be some new ideas or messages there for you. Now the World card twice, for me that is about, you know, this, whatever it is that you have started up is really going to come full circle. I feel like they're saying that the world is your oyster kind of here. So, yeah. And I also want to pull some Witch Season Yule card. Seasons of the Witch, Yule edition, or Yule cards, Oracle cards. So let's see what they have to say. Oh, Father Christmas. This also came up in reading 1. Wow. So there is a gift for you here. Okay. Again, I feel like this has been divinely orchestrated. I have that same feeling also in reading 1, where this is kind of where this was meant to be. Okay. This was really meant to be, whatever this is for you. And it is kind of a gift from the universe or from you as a higher self. Wrath. There in the circle of life tends to breathe death. One is not without the other, eternally bound by the essence of spirit. So it is about full circle. It is about, you know, endings and beginnings. And that's the same with the World card here. So it's almost 3 World cards here to you know, as I can see it. Underneath you have perseverance. Stay in thy power, dear child, for thy lonely is never alone. When the world is dreadful upon thy, turn to spirits within thy. So, yeah, keep on going. Trust that this is going to work out fine, because that's kind of what they are saying here, is what I feel. For you, I'm going to pull some star seeds, number 2. Number 1 got some other cards. You will get the star seeds. Let's see where we go with that. Ooh, 2 cards popped out. Gaia, connect to the pulse of Mother Earth. She will guide you through this time of change. So maybe some earthing and maybe some grounding will be needed for you. Blue flame, connect to the blue flame, which is the light of pure love within you. Yeah. Step forward with love and trust is what I feel. I'm going to pull a couple of crystals here as well at the end for your reading today, number 2. Sorry about the noise. One that popped on the outside here, and that's kind of a gray-green stone that is actually from the outside of my yard that I have tumbled. And that for me is very much about grounding. It's about connecting to Mother Earth, very much so. So again, confirmation of that. Now you also have the rose quartz and an amethyst here. So finding in, you know, following your heart and connecting to your higher self to find the way forward and to staying in that connection. Keep following your heart. I do feel like you have number 2. And I feel like you are guided to just continue on that path that you are on. Continue growing the way you are growing. Continue to connect, you know, to check in with your heart and your spirit team all the time to just continue on that journey. Now, you also got a mookaite. This is a mookaite crystal, and that for me is also very much about grounding. But it's also creativity for me, and that was also in the first reading. So these 2 readings are quite similar today, I have to say. So following your bliss, following your creativity, make sure that you check in, you know, ground yourself before making decisions that are important. I would say that is also something that you need to consider. Yeah, and just realize that the world is your oyster. You have all the possibilities here. You can just step into this and trust that the universe has you. Okay, I feel like that's a big message for you here, number 2. Okay, and again, you know, the blue flame and the rose quartz is about the heart, connecting with the heart all the time. So just keep on going because you are definitely on the right path here, number 2. Okay. That is your main message, I feel. Well, that was it for this week, number 2. I'm wishing you a beautiful week, and until the next time I see you. Bye. Okay, number 3. So if you picked Christmas Tarot, then this is your reading. So let us shuffle and let us pull 6 cards as we always do in the weekly. I hope that you are doing well, number 3. As you can see, I have a little bit of a new table here today. I have all sorts of watercolor projects on my other table. You know, making Christmas cards and all. So I had to use another table today. So I hope that works as well. Might be the table that I'm going to use in the future. I don't know. We will see. Anyways, let us pull 6 cards for you. Oop, the one that just popped on out. Knight of Cups. 4 of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. 7 of Wands. 7 of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. And underneath, 2 of Swords. Okay. 2 of Swords is where we have a decision to make. Where we are looking at something, and there might also be that you're not seeing things clearly, because it's very often kind of where we are blinded or we don't know where to go. So that might be something that's happening for you, number 3. There is also the 2 of Pentacles here, and that is also about weighing something back and forth, but it can also be about imbalance. Something might have been imbalanced for you. The Seven of Wands is where we are standing strong in our own power, or we are invited to do so. But it can also be the card of I have the upper hand now, okay? Take it as it resonates. You have the Knight of Cups here, so that is a loving offer coming towards you. So there might be that the loving offer coming towards you will give you an upper hand, okay? It will give you the advantage that you need in a situation. You have the Four of Pentacles, which is very often where someone is holding on to something, maybe because they need to hold on to something, but also it can be an invitation to let go of something. You have the Seven of Pentacles as well, and Seven of Pentacles is where we have planted the seed and we are expecting it to grow, and we might be a little bit of impatient. We want it to grow a little bit faster. So it might be that you're holding on to something because you are afraid that if you don't, it's not going to grow. That might be for some of you as well. And that might be why we're weighing back and forth regarding a situation. You do, however, have the Queen of Wands here, and that is the wise leader, the one with the passion, a woman, passionate female energy, and also someone who is very connected with the spiritual realm. Let me look underneath here. You have the Eight of Swords. So Eight of Swords is also where we feel I can't see my way out, okay? So I do feel like there has been a situation where you felt like, I don't know what to do. You've been considering something back and forth, and you might have been holding on to something for dear life. You're afraid of losing the little that you already have because it's not really moving forward for you. You're impatient, you want it to grow, and so you're trying to hold on for dear life. But it might be an invitation to let go and trust here, okay? Let us see. I'm having also another major arcana deck here called the Christmas Tarot. It's just major arcana, so let's see what that has to say. Judgment. Okay. Okay, so you might be judging somebody. I'm hearing don't throw the baby out with the bathwater for some of you. I don't know why I hear that or how that resonates, but I just had to say it. So that was for some of you. So you might be judging someone or something here. But it might be also be the other way around where you are feeling judged. But the Judgment card can also be an invitation to listen to Spirit, okay? That Spirit has the answer for you. One more card here, Temperance. So that's about healing something. Might be a situation that is in need of healing for you, number 3. I do, however, feel like you're coming in your own way here because I feel like Spirit's got you. I feel like they're saying that, but why aren't you... Why aren't you trusting this, or why aren't you doing this, you know, because, yeah, I have a feeling that, as I said, that sentence came to me, don't throw it out with the baby out with the bathwater. So it might be that your ego is telling you something that is not true here. Because it might be that this loving offer, that you're doubting it, that you're not sure you want to accept it, and that's why you're holding on to kind of the old way, or something old, because you're not sure you can trust this new. Might be for some of you. So let us see what the oracle cards have to say. Family. Thy love is present in the presence of thee, a comforting veil that warms the heart and hugs the soul. Okay, it might be a situation with family, of course, where you're having trust issues within a family. Or where you are not sure that someone has the right intentions. But family can, of course, also be what you consider family. It can be friends as well. Yeah, let me just pull one more here. Storm, yeah. As within and so without, there are storms a-coming and a change without doubt. There is a change coming your way, but are you willing to accept it though? Underneath you have bear medicine. There is no tomorrow without the healing of the past, for in stillness you shall find yourself right where you are. Healing again, okay. So there might be something, okay, so now I'm hearing something else as well. There might be someone of you who experienced, when it comes to relationship, that you've had some bad experiences with your own family growing up. And so you're not wanting to trust something as an offer of love, or a relationship coming your way because your experience has been so bad. And so you're kind of defensive, because the Seven of Wands can also be defensive. I'm on the defensive. I'm judging because I'm not sure that this is for real, you know. But I feel the whole thing is about trust, and that's so interesting because it's been all three readings today has been very much about trusting. And you are healing, though. I feel like whatever situation is coming your way, it's healing in it. So whatever you decide, whatever you need to feel through, there is healing in it, is what I feel for you, number 3. Okay, so I feel like they're trying to say, first of all, trusting them and their guidance. There's one that popped out. We'll look at it. But also trust that whatever it is that you need to feel through, whatever it is that's coming towards you, there will be some sort of healing in it, no matter what kind of decisions you go for, no matter what you decide here. Okay. Yeah. And you might want to take a second look at this offer. Okay. There might be something good in this offer, you know, whether or not you take it all the way in or not, but there might be something good happening here. I don't think you're supposed to just say no, okay? I think you're supposed to look at it. That's kind of what I feel. Anyways, let's look at these cards here. Blue flame. Connect to the blue flame, which is the light of pure love within you. So use your heart in all of this. You know, don't let your ego make any decisions here. You really need to connect in, as I said with the Queen of Wands as well, because there is healing in this, okay? And maybe it's the heart that needs the healing here. Ascension. Your soul is evolving to higher states of consciousness. You are ready for this. Okay. So the new offer for you might also have to do with your ascension process, your growth, your spiritual growth. Okay. And when the family card pops up, if you are one of those who had something happen to you in childhood, but that was not so good, maybe it's time to heal that now so you can accept more of the high frequent light into you. And also remember that when the high frequent light comes in, it will rattle energies that vibrate lower, which can be trauma, and that will come to the surface to be felt. To be felt and loved and felt through so that it will be released. Okay? Now these are the ones that popped up. So this, okay, there were one that popped on out here too. This is about your creativity, and that has also been the theme of all three, you know, readings today. A lot of orangey, yellowy colors coming up. Now this is Mukate. You know, this is, I believe it is citrine, a form of citrine. This is actually a rock that I found outside, which is very special, but it still has the orange peachy color. And this is tiger's eye, and this is petrified wood. So very much about grounding, very much about the ground pillars, very much about the root and the sacral chakra and the solar plexus chakra. So root chakra for me is also very much about healing old family wounds. It's about your ground pillars in life, right? So there might be some healing needed there. Might be some energy needed in your root chakra and in your sacral and your solar plexus chakra. Use your creativity is also something that I feel like they're saying here. That you are this creative person. Why not use that creativity in a way that will help you move forward? So that's also something I feel here. So, yeah, grounding definitely needed as well here is what I hear. Okay. And do not make any decisions without checking in with your heart, checking in with your higher self, grounding yourself properly before you make any decisions at all. And remember, whatever this is for you and whatever you decide, it's healing in all of this. Definite healing in all of this, okay? And they see that you have been in a storm and they are here to help and they are supporting you. You have to trust that. Very much about trusting that as well. Trusting in spirit, trusting that they have your back and they will pull you through this. It will help you through this, okay? Well, that was all I had for this week, number 3. I hope this made sense for you. I hope you liked the reading. Give it a thumbs up if you did and subscribe if you haven't. And click the bell so you get notified every time I upload. If you want to go deeper in this ascension process of yours, then find my other channel below called Awakening with Nina. I'm wishing you a beautiful week number 3 until the next time I see you.